close to 1,000. We just we're getting close to 900 now. So thank you guys for that. A lot of cool stuff coming out, including the 1,000 subscribers Q&A video, which has been much requested. So and thank you guys for that. And we're on our way. So anyway, I have a few things I want to pull up on my phone, just so I can get the facts right on that. But last weekend, which was way too long ago, I should have made this video earlier, but it was pretty uneventful. There wasn't much that happened. Florida State won, which was nice, but that was against Syracuse. None of the top 4 teams changed positions. It was a pretty standard week. A lot of things went as expected, but I think it's the calm before the storm, because if you check it out, let me see if I can pull it up. There's a lot of teams in the top 25 that are going to be playing each other. So let me just see if I can. Alright, so let's just go down the line. We've got Georgia versus Auburn. That's number 1 Georgia versus number 10 Auburn. Number 2 Alabama versus number 16 Mississippi State. Number 3 Notre Dame against number 7 Miami. Number 4 Clemson against your boy, the Florida State Seminoles. Number 5, who is number 5 playing? Oh, of course, number 5 Oklahoma against number 6 TCU. Huge game. So number 7, again, Miami versus Notre Dame. I believe that's going to be game day. And Miami is undefeated so far, but this is going to be their toughest team. So I don't want to make any predictions, because I want to let things take their course as a Florida State fan. And as you guys know, I am terrible at predictions. I'm the unluckiest person in my predictions, so I'm not going to say anything about that. Number 8, Wisconsin versus number 20 Iowa. Let's see, number 9 Washington versus Stanford. Stanford's not ranked, but they're a really good team. They're 6-3, and they very well could be ranked after this week. So let's see, number 10 Auburn, Georgia. Number 11 is USC, Colorado. So Colorado's 5-5, kind of up in the air. But I mean, it's not really that up in the air. USC isn't really that good, though. Honestly, USC really isn't that good. So could be an upset, just saying. But number 12, Michigan State, Ohio State. This is, I don't think it's a rivalry game, but it's number 12 versus number 13. So number 12, Michigan State, Ohio State. And then, of course, number 13, Ohio State, Michigan State. I think they're playing at Ohio State. So they're both 7-2. It's pretty much what is reason South Florida lost a game a couple weeks ago, so they're out of the top 25. But UCF, very underrated teams all the time. So they're finally getting some credit. They're at number 18. It would be insane if UCF could sneak their way into the playoffs. If they go undefeated, they're still probably not going to make it to the playoffs, but I'm rooting for them so bad. I really hope the UCF can make the playoffs. That would be insane. Anyway, number 19. Sorry guys. Number 16, Mississippi State is playing Alabama. We already said that. But 17, Virginia Tech. 18, UCF. Number 19, Washington is playing Utah. That should be a pretty easy win for Washington. Number 20, Iowa, Wisconsin, of course. Number 21, Iowa State, Oklahoma State, of course. Number 22. Number 22. Memphis. Alright, this one I'm pretty sure Memphis has a bye week. I don't think Memphis is playing this week. But number 23, NC State, Boston College. Both are very underrated teams. That could go either way, honestly. I kind of have Boston College with the upset on this one. Sorry, guys. Number 24, LSU, Arkansas. I can't believe that LSU is 24. They are terrible. Arkansas is also terrible, though. SEC is just a really bad conference right now. I know UGA and Alabama are number 1 and number 2, but that's pretty much it. So, number 25, rounding it off, Northwestern, Purdue. And it is crazy that Northwestern is even ranked. They're 6-3, and they're not that big of they're like not a well-known football school. I do have some friends at Northwestern too. But I didn't know there were 25, but there is a lot of, let me count the number of games that are between two ranked teams. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. 7 games between ranked teams. So at least 7 ranked teams are going to lose this week. And I think 24 out of 25 of them are playing this week. So there's going to be a lot of shifting in this next week. So stay tuned. I'll probably make a video Monday. I think that's when all of this finishes up. I don't think there are any games past that. So I'll probably make a video Monday going over all that crazy week coming up. So really excited about that. Let's see what else. So Florida State, let's talk about that for a bit. Florida State is not doing so hot. They're 3-5. So we are, I think, the longest running bowl streak in the college football world is Florida State. So I never thought that I'd be saying this, but we're fighting for a bowl game at this point. So usually you need about 6 wins to make a bowl game. Florida State has Clemson this week. Not super hopeful about that, but I'll get back to that later. Then we have Delaware State, which should be an easy win. Then we have Florida, which I think we can win. These are not predictions, by the way. This is none of these are predictions. I'm making that clear right now. None of these are predictions. These are just statements. We have Florida, So, but I was thinking that if we beat Delaware State and Florida and we lost to Clemson, that would give us a 5-win. That would give us 5 wins. And I was wondering because the hurricane came through at the beginning of the season, and it made us miss a game against UL Monroe. And that was also supposed to be an easy win for Florida State. So I was thinking, like, maybe there's some sort of exception for this, but don't have to worry about it because they rescheduled the UL Monroe game probably for this reason. They put them on December 2nd at 12 is when they're playing. So what I'm thinking, and this is again not a prediction, these are not predictions at all. I am not jinxing this, not predictions, but if alright, that's the key word we're using. If we're not making a prediction, if Florida State beat Delaware State and UL Monroe, then they would be a 5-win team. And then if they beat a very bad Florida's not doing so hot right now. If they beat a very bad Florida right now, that would be 6 wins, and they would most likely get a bowl game. So, and continue the streak. So, that's pretty cool. I'm feeling alright about those odds. Again, not a prediction, just stating how I feel. Pretty good about those odds. So there's that. Let's talk about Cam Akers because I have been really excited about this guy since the beginning. And again, I'm not going to make any predictions because I made predictions about Dalvin Cook and I made predictions about Deshaun Watson, and both of them got hurt. And oh man, I am so upset for Deshaun Watson because everyone is rooting for him. He is such a great guy, and he's breaking all kinds of rookie records. And honestly, he had MVP contention. He could have won the MVP as a rookie, which would have been insane. I am so upset about that. So thoughts and prayers for Deshaun Watson and his family. He's a tough guy, though. He'll power through. But man, I'm really upset about that. I take that personally. But so not making any predictions about Cam Akers, but he's looking really good. I think he was ACC Offensive Player of the Week. So it's always nice to have a good Florida State running back, which we honestly have had a long history of good running backs. You had Dalvin Cook. You had Devontae Freeman before him, Carlos Williams. Just all kinds of, it goes way back, all kinds of great running backs. So high hopes for Cam Akers. No predictions though, just high hopes. But so a lot of cool stuff coming up. Professional NFL. I don't have too much to say about it. The Falcons have runner-up in the Super Bowl, number 2 team in the nation, I guess number 2 team in the nation last year. We are back to the same old. We are the most average team in the NFL, and that is how every Georgia team is in any sport, any professional sport. Georgia is the most average sports state in the nation. If you compile all of the sports teams in Georgia at the college and pro level for every sport, it comes out to exactly a 50% win-loss ratio, which is the most painful thing. If you live in Georgia, you have faced, if you root for any Georgia team, taken a while for me